Welcome to Clarity Currents, the secret podcast with me, 𝙗𝙨𝙨, where I share weekly channeled messages about the energetics of the week and the areas of opportunity so you know how to work with the energy rather than in resistance to it and know how to leverage it for your highest level good in your business, relationships, health, wealth, spirituality, and legacy. This is Clarity Currents episode for the week of September 1st through the 7th, 2025. Let's dive in. When I tune into the overall energetics of the week, I see this vision of the earth breathing, like it's rising and falling with every exhale and inhale. We are being invited to sync with that breath this week, to stop resisting what's trying to exhale through us and instead partner with the wave. The invitation is to surrender logic and lead with the whispers from your soul and that still small voice within. But here's the caveat. Friction will arise in the places that you've still been acting from obligation instead of alignment. You may even be tempted to choose urgency over truth. But your breakthrough lives in your bravery to trust the fog, not just forcing clarity. Let your soul speak this week. Let your inner mystic override your inner manager. Business for the week of September 1st. When I tune into the energetics of business this week, I see this winding river flowing through the middle of a desert. And it's like the water just cuts a new path through previously dry land. There's something unexpected that wants to come through your business this week, but it is not going to come through your to-do list. It is going to come through your intuition, emotion, or even through frustration. And it will likely interrupt your carefully planned strategy. Your desire to grow will clash with what you've been conditioned to hustle around. So ask yourself, where am I forcing something that no longer flows? Where am I micromanaging instead of magnetizing? What actually expands me right now? And what's just effort without meaning? Your invitation in business is to let go of pushing and receive your strategy and what you need to know next through stillness. Relationships for the week of September 1st. When I tune into the energetics of relationships this week, I see a kaleidoscope. It's shifting images, there's beauty through distortion, and patterns are realigning. This is a highly emotional week. Past relationship dynamics may resurface simply to show you where and how much you've grown. The energy is asking, are you brave enough to feel the truth before you try to fix it? This isn't about solving. This is about surrendering to the truth your heart already knows. Let the tears speak. Let the body feel. Let the soul choose again. If something feels off in your relational field this week, it likely is, so don't gaslight yourself. Allow yourself to respond with reverence. Health for the week of September 1st. When I tune into the energetics of health this week, I hear you're not tired, you're transforming. Your body is transmuting at a cellular level right now. So if you feel a little extra emotional, foggy, or fatigued, even overwhelmed, just pause. It is your nervous system recalibrating to a higher frequency. Be mindful of any digestive sensitivity, sudden cravings or aversions, or even resistance to routines that once worked. Because the body is asking for a new way of being, not just a new habit. So don't override this sacred integration. Sleep more, meditate longer, cry deeper, whatever you need to do. It is all for the sake of renewal. Wealth for the week of September 1st. When I tune into the energetics of wealth this week, I see a vision of a spiral staircase made of gold. But the only way up is to feel your way forward in the dark. The message coming through is that expansion comes when you release your grip. You can ask yourself, where am I acting out of fear instead of faith? Where am I trying to do more instead of being the version of me who already has it? And what would happen if I played with money this week instead of working for it? Let yourself tithe to your future self. Put money towards something that excites your soul, not just your logic. This week, flow follows fun. Spirituality for the week of September 1st. When I tune into the energetics of spirituality this week, I see a vision of a third eye cracking open with this violet flame pouring through it. This is the most mystically charged week of this season, and downloads will come like whispers. But here's the thing, if you're moving too fast, you're going to miss them. This week, the quietest parts of you hold the biggest revelations. Let emotion be your map, and let synchronicity be your confirmation. Don't chase insight. Let it reveal itself to the parts of you that are finally still enough to receive. Your soul knows the way. Your logic may resist it, but choose the soul anyway. And legacy for the week of September 1st. When I tune into the energetics of legacy this week, I hear no more performing, only presence. The version of you that built your past success is not the version of you that is going to birth your new era. This week's energy is a final death of the performative identity and a soul retrieval of the legacy leader within. Some things you can ask yourself are, what truth am I no longer willing to water down? Where am I still trying to be palpable instead of potent? If I trusted my impact was inevitable, what would I stop doing immediately? Your legacy doesn't live in your image, it lives in your integrity. Let this be the week that you say yes to what your soul came here to do, even if no one claps for it yet. There you have it, Hot Soul, your intuitive forecast for the week. This is not just a week to observe the shifts. This is a week to become the shifts. May you move with grace, power, and reverence into this next version of you. Until next week.